I'm Megan Mitchell. This is my co-host, Jon Morrison, and you are listening to the True North Racing Podcast.
Time to strap in, pull those belts, and get ready for an action-packed episode of the True North Racing Podcast. Are you ready to unhelmet your favorite racers? Get ready for the most fun you'll have outside the racetrack to get you ready for the next race. You're listening to Jon Morrison and Megan Mitchell, and this is the True North Racing Podcast.
Welcome to an all-new episode of the True North Racing Podcast presented by Driving With Hailey. I'm your host, Jon Morrison. Joining me, as always, is our amazing co-host, Megan Mitchell. Megan, how are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm doing all right. It's been a couple weeks since we sat down last. The last time out, we had Darren Dryden join us. We are now at episode 141 of the show. Man, we're 9 more episodes and we're at 150. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I guess 8 after this one, or I don't know how. I'm not good at math, and today it's Sunday. Megan, how was your weekend at the races?
That's all right. It was a weekend for me. I don't know. I have my weekends. This was not my weekend.
Going into the weekend, you know, I don't think we actually talked a whole lot last weekend leading into the race, but you know, on Saturday, you guys, the Dash for Cash return for the pure stocks. What was that like? Now that you got into it again, and so did your sister, and so did your dad this time. And I think if I remember correctly, because I was on Race Monitor earlier looking it up. I think in the Dash for Cash, we had a Jomo Media 1, 2, 3, 4 finish.
Yeah.
Like,
I never even noticed that, actually.
I think that's pretty cool. We've had 1, 2, 3, but I don't think we've ever had 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like to see a whole field, but hey, that's wishful thinking. But how did the Dash for Cash race go? How did your features go? Let's talk about this. Like, I've read some of the stuff that's gone out. We don't need to go into depths, blame anyone. We don't need to talk about it. How was your races at Flamboro on the weekend? The last 2 weekends. Let's go back even to June 3rd, June 29th, and let's recap some of those because we didn't do a show last week. So how was your last weekend shows? I hope you remember those races.
I feel like I've done so many races that they're all like jumbled. I'm like, what the heck happened last weekend? I think last weekend was a good weekend, if I'm not wrong.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna cheat a little bit here. I hope you're gonna do the same thing as me.
Yeah, I am.
You're going over to.
I feel like I have raced so much that I don't have a clue.
You're going over to your race recap from MRC Racing, aren't you?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh,
I was looking at Race Monitor.
You thought that? Oh, Megan, come on! All you write down right there everything about how you felt about the car.
Yeah, I try to make it positive.
You do a great job of it because you're the one who does all the write-ups, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you do a great job of it.
I mean, it was okay. It was a good weekend for Chase.
It was a hell of a weekend for Chase.
Oh, okay. So last weekend was when my dad and Rachel were fighting brake issues, and then I'm kind of like what's that word? Like a hypochondriac.
Okay.
It's like they were fighting brake issues and
so
we're getting soft pedal, and then it started getting to my head, and I'm like, oh my god, are my brakes going? Is that? So
you know what though? That's the thing That is something to be actually a fear of because that same thing happens in NASCAR all the time.
Yeah.
We hear that. If a motor goes down, doesn't matter if it's Chevy, Ford, or Toyota, all those drivers who run with that particular motor are like, what was the issue? What was the cause of it? Do I need to be worried? Like, you know what? That's a valid fear though.
It was, yeah.
It is. But last weekend looked it. You're starting to get better and better each week, each time out, which is a positive, huge positive. We're loving seeing the results. We love seeing that fire get back into racing. Which I'm sure you're not gonna let it extinguish this weekend because you're off. It
Yeah,
may reignite it some more, maybe dwindling a little bit right now because of how
a
the
little
racing's been
bit.
going. But next weekend you guys have it off. I know I just kind of stole your thunder here. How did how did this past weekend's races go for you?
Um, in the long run, good. Like, I mean, it was kind of one of those weekends where loading the car up in one piece mechanically well was a win. And I did that. So I'm like, I'll take that as a win for me. It's kind of a rough, like, anxiety weekend for me. I don't know why, because I felt good going into it, but it was just, I don't know. I was like really fighting with my own mind, a lot of head games with myself. So it kind of showed on the track, but I managed to lay down my fastest lap time this year, which isn't fantastic, but it was a 19.7. And I was like more consistently in the 19s, which usually it's like a 19.8, and then the rest of them are in the 20s. So I'm like, I can be happy about that. And
You know what?
finishing second in the dash for cash was
That's
all
a
right. I
bonus.
mean, I'm having other faster drivers tell me, like, you are pulling away from me. Like, I am having a harder time catching up to you. And I'm like, okay, well, that's something. I'll take it.
You know what? I'm been super proud of how well you have been running this year.
Thank you.
You have continued to show improvement each time out. And the fact that you're having drivers come up to you and be like, "Hey, you're getting better each time out." I I think I need to come back out again and rewatch another race and specifically just watch you run a little bit more and see if I can help you.
Yeah.
Um, because it could just be as like where you're breaking too, right?
Mhm. And I think it's kind of coming down to my consistency, because, like, I can have a really good 5-10 laps where I'm doing things consistently and I'm getting faster, but then I start playing head games and I start glancing in my mirror and I'm kind of dropping too low on the apron and my car doesn't really like it. And it's just, I kind of get myself out of sorts. Or like last weekend, I kind of got too antsy trying to pass somebody, and coming into the corner, I realized, oh my God, I never even touched the brakes. So I got on the brakes, but at that point it was too late and I had to jump back on the gas to straighten it back out. And it caused me to lose track on everybody. So I'm like,
Yeah.
well, that sucked, but it was driver error. And I mean, I have to learn one way or another. I'm just glad I'm learning at the back where I'm not doing it in amongst the pack and causing mayhem, which was
Yeah.
another thing. I had an official tell me that they appreciate the way I'm not going in over my head. Like, I'm taking my time and I'm not putting myself in predicaments that are going to cause mayhem for myself and others. I'm like, okay, well, I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, for being out of the car for what, a year and a half,
Mhm,
you do have a big learning curve ahead of you, and
mhm.
you've been improving on that since that first time out last year. And the fact that like it's great when people are coming up to you and giving you positives, like, hey, the official coming up to you and be like, hey, glad you're doing that at the rear and not being in the middle of the pack doing it.
Mhm.
Because now, because then because you're relearning, and the only way you can relearn right now is by being in these races.
Exactly.
Um, but it's I love seeing the progress. You're doing such a great job. You know damn well we're all proud of you here. I'm sure if Jacqueline could hear me right now, she'd be like, "You're doing so much. You're doing so great." Yeah, I just know that. I just know that's what she'd be saying right now. But, um, it's good to see the continued improvement, and who knows, maybe we'll see top 10s, top 5s by the end of the season.
That's the goal. I'm like, I would like to. It'd be
Yeah.
nice.
Once you start getting better and getting faster, you know what that means? Got to go into your starting position.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
That I'm sure that's one of the next steps coming up, right?
Hopefully, I want my lap times to be consistently around the 19.5, 19.6 mark, which isn't like, I mean, the faster guys are doing like 19.2, 19.3. So it's not that far off, but I feel like that kind of a lap time will at least put me fast enough that I'm not going to be like, I don't know how to explain what I think, but like I'm not holding them up or anything like that. So we're getting there. Like it's getting close. So I'm hoping for about mid-August that I can start doing that. Gives me a month and a half to push it.
Month and a half? Let's talk about a month. We're almost in the middle of July. Like we're at the beginning of July here, but still you're off
Yeah.
weekend. By the time you come back, you're in the second half of July.
I know that's what's
It's crazy to
scary.
think about that, right?
Mhm.
I realize we are currently in our Peps Pro Painting opening segment, and we're gonna do in this show. We don't even have a guest. I just realized we've been talking about the weekend for the last 10 minutes here, and usually that's our opening segment. But this week we do not have a scheduled guest because of missing last week's show and so much action to talk about. I figured, what the hell? You know what, Megan and I, we can talk for hours.
Mhm.
No issues about racing. We can talk for hours about racing and never get bored of it. So I'm like, you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun and just talk racing for an hour and a half about the stuff we've seen, what we're looking forward to in the as we start the second half of the season here in a couple weeks. And as well, I got to update my vlog schedule. I keep forgetting to do that. But one of the things I do want to talk about, you're not even drinking Dr. Pepper tonight.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Baja
Mountain
Blast.
Dew Baja Blast. We need to get a Pepsi contract. Because I've now made the switch to Dr. Pepper Zero.
Nice.
Because I feel like I've been drinking too many of these.
Yeah.
I just held up a regular 710 bottle of Dr. Pepper, but I've got to tell you this real quick though. It's kind of funny. The other night, we got home. Jacqueline and I went out for a little bit of a date night on Friday night. We went up to Albion Hills Conservation Area. We had dinner, and we brought Jacqueline picked up a charcoal barbecue that you can pick up for $20 from Crappy Tire.
Nice.
And it's you just light the paper, and in 20 minutes you can cook, and it has 2 hours of cook time. So we went up there, had some hot dogs on the grill, and yeah, we enjoyed ourselves. And we come home, and Jacqueline's mom's like, you know what, Jon, you've been drinking the Dr. Pepper Zero so much and so well that we decided to treat you, and she got me a 6-pack of regular Dr. Pepper. She's like, I know you probably missed this stuff. I'm like, oh, I missed it a lot. But I do know I need to start drinking more of the Zero if I want to continue drinking Dr. Pepper. I am trying to get into a little bit more, I'm trying to get into better shape. I haven't been, I've been struggling a little bit with trying to lose the weight, and especially with the summer. Jacqueline and I, like yesterday, we left the house at, what time did we leave the house? We left the house about 1 o'clock to head to Sunset. And after we got up, we got to the track just about, we went a little bit further. We're supposed to go to the Cenotaph in Barrie because
Right.
her dad's, a relative of her dad, his name is on the Cenotaph in Barrie, and they actually have a street named after them. It's I think it's Balston Road or something like that.
Okay.
And this family member served in World War I, and unfortunately perished in near where Vimy Ridge was. He was in a battle before Vimy Ridge
Okay.
in 1916. So we were supposed to go there. Ran out of time. Traffic was brutal on the 400. As per
Mm.
usual, going north.
Yeah.
So we got to the track about 2:30, and we enjoyed a great night of racing at Sunset.
Mhm.
So, but anyways, back to the whole food thing. We we left like I said, we left the house at about 1 o'clock. We picked up a pizza on our way, ate that. We tried the chicken bites and fries from Sunset. We also shared a hot dog as well, and then afterwards we got all the way back into Vaughan before we had another bite to eat. So I want to start trying to cut a lot of this out, extra food eating out, but either I need to skip lunch or
Right.
stop eating at the track or something like that. But the way I see it, I don't. If you guys agree with this, let me know on the comment section below on YouTube, on our post on Facebook, and tell me if this is correct. And the only reason I'm saying I think this is right is because of years of picking up friends from the bar and what they have said. When you are drunk, Megan, you can answer this for me as well.
Mhm.
What kind of food do you like to eat when you're drunk?
I can only do chips. I can't do food,
You
which
can't do the greasy food?
I can't. I can't do it.
Really?
Like I can do like some salt and vinegar chips, but
Yeah.
like even when we would order pizza after drinking, like I don't know. I can't do it.
Oh, well, okay, you get a pass. So anyways, a lot of my friends would be like, "Hey, let's hit up McDonald's." So can't tell you how many times I would stop off at McDonald's before taking them home.
Hmm.
And I don't know why, but I get the same feeling after racing. It doesn't matter that I ate at 5, 6 o'clock at Flamboro, Sunset, doesn't matter. I still feel like I need to grab a burger
Mhm.
after the races. I could have filled myself up, but like I said, I leave. I want a burger. I want grease.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell you how many times Jack and I call and order up a pizza or go to McDonald's and get some burgers or something.
Mhm.
But we need to figure out how we're going to move forward with that because that's during these summer months. That's what gets me.
We had to start making our own sandwiches that we would bring to the track and kind of have something for dinner and then eat a sandwich on the way home. Because I'm the same way. I feel like I have to stop at like McDonald's.
Yeah. Holy crap. I don't know what I just did, but something popped out and my audio left my headphones for a second. See, I can't do sandwiches.
No.
I actually hate them so much. I don't know if it's because I had them as so much as a kid or whatever, but I absolutely despise sandwiches. And then don't even get me started on the quality of meat. No, because you know the bags, the resealable bags or the stuff you can get in packaged already at Walmart or No Frills or whatever. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is, but like I can go to a straight up deli, say I want 100 kilograms of Black Forest ham, 100 kilograms of salami. Boom, boom. I will muck that all day. I'll roll it up,
Yeah.
make it nice and fancy, and just eat it. But you give me that crap that's in the resealable bags or the packaging already.
To me, I
I'm
think
out.
it's like for me, it's because they're like slimy in those packs.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I get it. Like I have to not think about it if I'm eating it.
Yeah.
But I do agree with what you're saying. Like I would much rather actually go to a deli and have it cut. Like that's totally different.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm not wrong very often.
No, you're not wrong. That is no. You need to go to a deli to get good meats, and of course you need to go to a good bakery to get some really good buns to go along with those, so you can make a really good
Yes.
sandwich, not just the cheap loaves you can get from. Like I want like a good like
Mhm.
oh well, this is making me hungry, and I had chicken burgers earlier for dinner. I've been a bottomless pit today, man. Oh, I don't know why, but let's get back to the racing action, shall we? Uh this is
Anyway,
this isn't cooking for Jomo. We need to bring that for the off season.
we've only talked about it for like 2 years.
I know. We are bringing cooking with Jomo this winter. Um or next time I decide to make a good meal, I will do a cooking with Jomo segment. I'll set up the GoPros. I will do a full video.
Mhm.
Okay, I promise. Um, but there's a couple things I need to make. This past weekend, the past 2 weekends, last weekend I was at Sauble Speedway hanging out with Ty Cavalin and his number 7 TC Racing Ford Mustang. Uh, that was his first race of the year. We were getting into July 1st weekend, and that was his first.
Well,
There was some reasons why he hadn't been out earlier in the season. And that's okay, but they got the car ready, they headed out. This pissed me off so much. So I realized my footage, I didn't think I was gonna have enough footage, like storage on my SD cards to store all the races. So I was trying to figure out something, and I accidentally deleted all the front camera view from Ty's practice, and he ended up spinning in the practice, and I'm like, that would have been great footage to have.
yeah.
But unfortunately, it was not to be. But Ty went out there. He was fast. He's in the second practice session. He did set the second fastest practice lap to Tom Gibbons. Tom was just in a league of his own though. He was like 3 to 4 tenths faster than the field.
Right.
So naturally Tom put a beat down on the field. He swept the weekend. Swept the features. Ty would come home 5th. He got stuck behind a slower car early on, lost a lot of ground to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and just couldn't make it up. By the end, he was 2-3 tenths back, I think, from the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th group, but he settled home mid 5th. In the second feature, he did get out. He led a bunch of laps, and then Tom was just, it's like I said, too fast, and he was having brake issues. By like 10 laps in, his rotors were glowing.
Right.
And you know what that means when you see rotors that are glowing, what's going to end up being soft?
Oh yeah, your brake's going soft.
Yeah. So he ended up falling back. He fell back to 3rd and he finished there. But it was a great night. Got lots of footage. It was great. It was great being at Sauble Speedway. Man, I'm gonna go on a little rant here because I love Sauble so much. It is such, Megan. I wish you guys were off on July 27th.
Me too.
Because I would have told you like you're coming. Like I don't care what I have to do. If I have to drive down before, pick you up and come and drag you up there with you. But you were coming with us. But I know you guys are racing that night. It is such a nice track. You're 10 minutes from the beach. If you go straight up Highway 6, you hit the damn thing pretty much.
Yeah.
Like you just got to make a left off Highway 6. You make a left and then make a right, and then you just travel all the way in. And it's such a nice little track. And like next time we go, it looks like we're gonna go early in the morning, leave about like 9-10 o'clock here, go to the beach for a couple hours, then go to the track. And I think we're maybe even camping at the track for the night. Set up a tent. I think it's like $30. I gotta talk to Brad about that still. We're gonna set up a tent for the night and then head home in the morning. I think we got the boys coming with us again. They enjoyed it the last time. They had a lot of fun. But one of the cool things I love about Sauble Speedway is and this goes for Sunset Speedway as well, is how close you can get as fans to the drivers and how close the drivers can get to the fans. Megan, you know damn well, and this is not a shot at Flamboro Speedway or Delaware or anything like that. What is the one thing that I preach all the time?
You need that fan engagement.
You need the fan engagement. The drivers need to create that engagement. And there's been 2 incidences I've had actually, that both weekends that have just perfect for me.
Mhm.
Last weekend, intermission was about to roll out. Guess who starts walking the grandstands with hero cards?
I think I saw that.
Yeah, I hope you did.
Corey McAllister, yeah.
Corey McAllister was out there handing out hero cards. My kids went down to the railings, and guess what happened the next time with this? Because they already ran a feature race. Second feature they rolled out. You know what I heard in the section where my kids and Jacqueline were sitting? Because I would go out there and go sit with them as well.
Mhm.
You know what I heard?
They're cheering for him.
They're cheering for that 71 car. He rolls out. There's Corey. They're pointing at the hero card. They were ecstatic.
Exactly.
My Maverick wanted to cheer for Corey, and I said, "You can go ahead and cheer for whoever you want. I'm just working with the 7 car today." But it's that engagement, and I preach it.
Oh yeah.
Sauble, you drivers at Sauble, you are so close. You can walk over. You are not far.
Mhm.
It's not like you guys when you guys are all the way down in turn 2, and to
Yeah.
trek over to the grandstands is so far at Flamboro.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate that that's a far walk. But Sauble drivers, get out there, take hero cards, get some hero cards made up. Actually, this past weekend, I'm gonna go up to Sunset here. Ben McPherson, driver the number 46 Pure Stock up there, or Bone Stock. Guess what he was doing before the races even started?
What's that?
Not handing out hero cards. Shoot, I don't know if I have it, but he was giving out Muskoka brand garlic sriracha sauce. And I have that over on my personal Facebook. I think I put that up on my personal Facebook yesterday. Let's go see if I can find that real quick. Looks like I did. Maybe it's on the Joe Media page because I know I posted it yesterday because I thought it was absolutely fantastic that he was out there supporting his partners. Yep, Ben McPherson.
Exactly.
I'm going to show this up on the screen here.
Nice. That's cool.
But he was just out there. Hey, you want one? You want one? You want one? It's got his name. It's got his car number. What is that going to do?
That brings in a lot of attention to like you and your sponsors. Like, I mean, that's the way I was. It's like if I got something from a driver, you bet I'm cheering for them. Like, no doubt about it.
Yep. It works. You know what makes me want to do? Find the Muskoka brand and support that driver.
Yeah.
I can't do sriracha garlic dipping sauce, but if there's a sauce I can deal with, I would like to purchase it.
Yeah, exactly.
I stress and stress and stress. Sponsorship dollars help you get the car on track. I have always agreed with that. But what are you doing for your sponsors as a driver?
Exactly.
Like that is my biggest thing is what are you doing to work for your sponsor to show them that you're promoting them? Not just a Facebook tag, not just a shout out in victory lane.
Exactly.
It's when drivers go into the grandstands, interact with the fans, that when it's not a fan appreciation night or a meet the drivers night, kids ride night, whatever you want to call it, you gotta keep those people interested. And even if it's just for the night, that kid, when they go back to school, little Timmy, what did you do this summer? Well, I went to the racetrack and I met one of the drivers and he just came up into the grandstands and was handing out these hero cards, and I got to meet him. He went out there and he raced really well, and his car was beautiful. Da 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 da. It makes a fan.
Mhm.
Megan, can you recall a memory from when you were a child going to the racetrack that left an impression on you?
Honestly, any driver that came up into the stands. Like I was starstruck to see a driver come through the stands in a fire suit. I'm like, oh my God, that's so cool. Like, and it didn't matter who they were. It didn't matter if they were running at the front, if they were running at the back. I was cheering for them. Like, and I mean, that was before social media really for me.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I couldn't go check out their stuff, but it's like, I watch them week in and week out. Like, and something as simple too, which I kind of regret not doing, but at least we have another chance to do it, is when drivers is when drivers would personalize a hero card with your name on it.
Right?
Like I always found that so cool. Like those hero cards, you bet they were up on my wall. So it's like I like that kind of stuff.
That is a pet peeve of mine actually, is when a driver just either signs a bunch of them
Mhm.
or like he either signs them just beforehand or he signs his name right in front of you.
Yeah.
Personalized for the kid. It may
Yeah.
take an extra 2 seconds, but that leaves a lasting impression
For
so
sure.
much more.
And that was what I really wanted to do for Meet the Drivers, but it's like I was kind of overwhelmed. And I felt like there was so many people that just kind of walked by and like they didn't really want to talk. They wanted a card and to go.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I felt so overwhelmed. So I totally forgot. But I'm like, at least those ones that are stopping to engage with you, it's like we should be
Yeah.
realizing it for them, make it something memorable. Like
Yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely. And that's one of the things that I love.
Mhm.
Is when drivers can make it personalized. Like, do I have one? None of you guys did it. I know that.
Nope.
Nope. Did I even get one that said? Hold on, I think I did. I know I'm going down really far here to figure this out because I want to make sure I did. I did. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Again.
See, it's funny because it was Jay that I personalized his because he's like, you should put my name on it. And I'm like, yeah. So it's like I wrote a little thing for him and I should have
taken that as a sign.
But like I was so overwhelmed. Like that was my first one and I was so overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my God, this is wild.
It's always great when you can make those lasting impressions on the kids.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even not even kids, but even adults.
Oh yeah.
Because like I don't, because it's so many times when people come out onto the track and I remember like again, lasting memories, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was crewing for RJ at the time. So this was I can't remember if this was 2017. No, this was 2018. This is when we had the Thunderbird, the black and purple number 8 with the green numbers. Some people called it the Barney car.
Mm-hmm.
I remember someone came down onto the track during Meet the Drivers night. They came over to him and they go, "Man, what happened? I was cheering for you." He goes, "Go talk to him." And then and I proceed to have like a 5 to 10 minute conversation with this person about the car and what I was hoping to do to make it better for the next race. But
Mm-hmm.
it's again, even as a crew member, because I went out there, it's a lasting impression.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly.
But no, guys, if you are looking for hero cards to hand out, contact our graphic design studio. Wow, I really messed up on that. Contact graphic design studio. Rachel can hook you up. as I showed you Tenley's, Tenley got hers done from her. Who else did? Jay got his done. Max got his done. Of course, the owner got hers done. Did her sister as well. That one did not. Rick got his done. Chase got his done by them. Of course, that's family, but still.
Yeah.
Alex was using mine that I designed up for him last year, actually.
Mhm.
Now I do offer them, but I'm not as talented as Rachel. So I would gladly send you over there. If you already have a design and looking for a print, contact John Carley at Georgetown Printing. Or if you need to contact me, I can help you get that set up. John does great work when he prints them. Like they're phenomenal. They look great. I can't say nothing bad about them. Like they're always great. John does great work. But guys, do not be lacking when those kids are coming to you after the races. I got a video of it. On Saturday, Roy had a couple visitors with 2 kids who came into the pits, and sure, I was there. I didn't even grab one. Damn it! I designed his, so I was like, damn it. Roy handed out a couple hero cards to the kids, and I go, "How do you like them?" He goes, "I love them." I'm like, "Beautiful. That's what I want to hear." You know,
Exactly.
It's a great way to get your marketing partners out. It's a great way to meet people, and he even got a photo with the kids.
Nice.
And I caught a little bit of video. So guess what's going in the vlog for this week?
That'll be cool.
Oh yeah, it's so great when, and I don't know. This is where I argue with myself over the 3 o'clock start or the 6 o'clock start. Because when it's a 6, like last night, we got out of there 10:30. I want to say we got out of there pretty quick actually, because Roy has a 2-hour and 40-ish minute drive home.
Oh my god.
Back to Port Elgin.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So as soon as his race was done, he was getting ready to load up. We quickly wrapped up. We went up and watched the rest of the hot rod race, as well as the pro late model race as well, which, by the way, let me tell you about this little pro late model race. While it's on my brain, guys. Holy crap. I really hope there's video of this, because it was phenomenal. So, like 10 laps to go, Dustin Momberket was leading over Jordan House by like half a car length. Jordan couldn't catch him. Dustin was just staying just out far enough where he couldn't get to him. I want to say like 6-ish laps to go. 2 lap cars started battling side by side and slowed up Dustin enough where Dustin was on the inside and Jordan was on the outside. And once that skirmish got all dealt with, Dustin and Jordan were side by side for like 6 laps.
Boy.
Not giving much of an inch. Clean race. Oh, beautiful. 50 laps, green to checker. Boring ass up until like 10 laps to go, when that's when like the fireworks started going off.
Right.
And coming to the line, I actually thought Dustin had him going down the backstretch, but Jordan shoved that car in deep into the corner, kept it pinned, beat him by like 0.68 seconds, 0.068 seconds or something like that. 0.72. And just no one could tell who won.
Wow.
Until they started yelling that, like, I was scrambling over the race monitor real quick to pull it up. And it was phenomenal. Yeah, Jordan House, yeah, over Dustin Montgomery by 0.072 seconds. It phenomenal race. Like that and the super stock race. I think the super stock heat race, Connor beat Johnny Morrison by 0.065 seconds.
Boy.
Yeah, coming to the line. So like it looked like Connor was pushing center off for most of that race, and Johnny almost took away that win in the heat race, but Johnny got the last lap as he did finish the he did win the super stock race that night. But man, when the sun is finally letting us race, when Mother Nature is finally deciding to let us race, it has been some of the best racing.
Yeah.
You know, we've been so blessed when Mother Nature finally decides, like, you know what, we're not going to rain today. All right, we're going to go racing. It's either been an absolute crapshoot or it's been an absolute gold mine for racing. Unfortunately, Flamboro sounded like there was a crapshoot last night. But at Sunset, perfect racing.
That's good. That's what I like to see.
Like Amanda Balson picked up her first feature win of the year in the hot rods.
I saw that.
Yeah. She ran a hell of a race. Late restart. Who was it over? I think it was over Stompaton Walters.
Okay.
I think the 64. I think she moved to the outside, and Tom went to the inside, and even the announcer was like, "I don't think that's the right move." And she ended up winning. Nice. It was like a green-white checker. They took the white flag and a caution came out. So they restacked them, put 2 more laps on the board. Right. Green-white checker. She came out strong, dominated that race. So congratulations to Amanda. Hell of a job. We got front row seats watching that one, actually.
That's awesome.
But they had King of the Hill night, and someone was ballsy enough to bring out a Ford Explorer. Sorry, a 2024 Ford Explorer.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I was picturing like the old.
No, I'm talking a new one. That's ballsy. Yeah. Actually, you want to see even funnier? The announcer goes, "I want to talk to the person who has the cojones to bring out a 2024 Escape." He read it. He goes, my apologies. This person doesn't even have cojones. It was like her name was April. They're like, I want to talk to her. Why she's bringing out a 2024 Explorer? I was like, I'm kind of curious too.
Yeah. I
told Jacqueline I should have took my helmet, and like, even just for shits and giggles, because they were asking like, no one signed up with a minivan. I'm like, I got a minivan.
Yeah.
Should have done it. But no, it was.
No, the boys aren't even there this weekend. Were they there?
No, we didn't have the boys.
I was gonna say, the boys would love that.
Boys would have got a kick out of that. No, honestly, we've been treated to some really good racing the past couple weeks. I'm really hoping we continue on with that. Next weekend, the APC series rolls back into Flamboro Speedway for their second round there, and I think it's round 5 for them, and it's round 3 for the Dayco Super Stocks. I know Connor Maltese and Roy Wilkie will both be competing in the super stock race down there. Roy hasn't been happy with the car a little bit lately. I'm hoping they can get it figured out this week and see him back at the front again. We still had a blast hanging out with him though on Saturday. He was such a character.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. His crew was a blast to hang out with too. I know I'm looking ahead, but we're gonna look back to Saturday real quick. They go his crew looks at me and goes, "Hey, what's he's like, you ever sat on top of a pit box before?" No. Do you want to? Like, no. They're like, why not? I'm like, listen here. I know how much I weigh.
Mhm.
I am not going to be responsible if I step up there and something starts creaking and breaking, and I'm not going to be responsible for my weight being the cause of a downfall for you and your team. They're like, you know your limits. I'm like, I know very well my limits. I know where I'm good. Like,
Yeah.
someone they took Jacqueline up onto the top of the McNichol Holler at Delaware when we were back in there in May.
Mhm.
You're like, come on up. I'm like, no,
That's okay.
no. I'm going to stay down here. It's not that I don't trust it. I
Yeah.
just don't trust it.
Yeah.
I'm sure adding me up there would have been fine. But listen, I know my limits. When you're this big, you know your limits and you do not push them. Because for someone like myself, I know the comments.
Right.
That's where my mind goes. Is like, if something bends, oh, the comments, I can think of them already.
Yeah.
To be fair, that could be my sense of humor.
That is true.
And because I got ruthless friends too. Let's be real. You can be ruthless. Cody can be ruthless. Dale can be ruthless.
Yeah.
I know, and Chase can be ruthless. I know who I deal with. I've grown up with this. And I've dealt with this my whole life. So yes, I'm not too willing to take dumb chances.
That's fair.
Looking ahead here, Megan, how excited are you for the week off ahead?
I'm so excited. Oh my god.
That didn't sound enthusiastic at all.
No, literally, I'm so excited. Like, don't get me wrong, I love racing, but this is my first full season, and to run back to back to back to back is like, it's tiring, especially when you're loading and unloading 4 cars every weekend. Like, it becomes overwhelming. So I'm like, everyone keeps saying, let's go do this, let's go do that. I'm like, you know what I'm doing? I am sitting at home and I'm doing nothing. Like, I'm gonna regret it later. I'm gonna wish that I would have gone and done something.
You're gonna wish you went to Sauble.
Yeah.
I just have a feel. I don't know why. I just feel like you'd regret.
I think I wish I would have planned it smarter and booked like the Monday off or the Friday off to give myself that extra like long weekend.
Book the Friday.
On my weekend off. So it would have been nice.
Or book both.
Right.
Book the Friday and the Monday off.
Because that's what I said to Garrison. I'm like, man, we could have gone up to the cottage. But he works this weekend and he works Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So
oh jeez.
It kind of didn't work. It's kind of too late for me to try to arrange something now. So
yeah. Hey, just take a 10, pop it up at the racetrack.
Yeah.
You can do that Friday and Saturday night.
That is true.
Just gotta contact Brad. That's it. What do you have planned for the week off?
Nothing. Yeah. I do need to do laundry, to be honest.
That has never been said by a racer in ever. What are you doing on your week off? Just laundry. I gotta get caught up, man. It's why do you think you never see me wear the same shirt twice on the show? It's
like, for real. Oh my god, I need to put laundry away. I could do that any day of the week, to be honest. So I don't need to waste my weekend doing it.
Exactly. You know what's funny is Jacqueline and I were talking about having to put some laundry away today, and it was like 7:30, and I'm like, we'll deal with it later. I'll clean the room up enough so I can do the show, and then
that's what I do. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not gonna pretend that I have my shit together all the time.
Oh my god.
Like, I saw this post the other day. I think I shared it. It said something about, for just 10 minutes, I want to be regular whelmed, not overwhelmed. I'm like, yeah. Exactly.
I feel that.
I'm overwhelmed right now.
Unfortunately, that happens, you know.
Yeah.
No, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do next weekend. Actually,
Mhm.
I don't know if we'll because next weekend. So because I don't like talking about it, but I feel like I need to. Okay. I needed to switch around a weekend for another reason,
Mhm.
and I won't have my kids next weekend. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that didn't give away too much. Okay. No, do you know what's happening in 2 weeks or no? Think about what the date is in 2 weeks. Don't say anything.
I feel like this is one of those things that you've
It's
told me.
Nope, it is not something I've told you.
No. Okay. What is
It's
2 weeks? The
well,
20th?
yeah. Okay, good. Just
Oh,
stay. Yeah, don't say
yeah.
anything.
No. Okay. Because I have it in my notes, so I don't forget.
Don't say anything. Yeah, I had to switch out a weekend, so I made sure the kids
Right.
were here for that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're just trying to. I don't know if we'll go. We may hit up another racetrack because I got 2 race day vlogs I need to make up.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that would be a good show, but I don't know. I gotta sit down and figure out this week what we're gonna do. But we have what I got 2 race day vlogs to make up from early in the year. One with Roy Wilkie and one with Mark Allen. And Mark's actually gifted that one to oh crap, I forget the
Oh,
name. Nick Clark's kid.
yeah.
Oh my God. I'm sorry if you're listening. I'm sorry. I mean to reach out. I just busy. Frick, I forget the name. But I gotta go to Full Throttle at some point. Um which I haven't been to Full Throttle since 2019.
Totally.
Nope, that's a lie, 2020. That's what because I went that was because they held the first race and I went up with uh Michael Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, because I filmed the races up there. That's when I was gonna start actually doing all those race day vlog stuff.
Right.
I was actually gonna start shooting them back in 2020. Just didn't end up doing it properly, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, look what I'm doing now.
Exactly.
Doing it 4 years later, and I'm doing them properly now. So
Better late than never.
better late than never. Exactly.
All good.
But we have. I should either I'm gonna be off for a week or I'm gonna be off for 2 weeks. But we'll be heading back to Sauble Speedway on July 27th. Then August 3rd. Oh, August 3rd. A good friend of ours, Brandon Feeney, is returning to modified racing as the Oscar Modified Series rolls into Peterborough Speedway. He is looking for any help, sponsorship wise or crew wise that day. Please reach out to myself or to Brandon. He is going to be. Joe Media has put up gas money for him to help him get to the track and for the car for the day. Dan I don't think he's talked about, but Dan McCaddy's also stepped up to help him with some things as well. You know, it's great to see people step up. He's going to give it one more shot with the modifieds. So like I said, if anyone's interested in sponsor, we are going to do a full race day vlog with him. This was completely out of character, and actually it was Jacqueline's idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna do a full race day vlog with him, and you know, after everything that's been going on with him, I do feel like this is gonna be a nice way. So yeah, we are gonna have some fun with him up at Peterborough Speedway on August 3rd. August 10th, we're gonna be at Flamboro.
Mm-hmm.
Did I ever tell you what I'm doing August 10th for the race day vlog?
Maybe.
I am gonna be at the track all day long. I'm gonna feel exactly how
Yeah.
Lisa Barton feels.
Yes.
We will be there with Mike Gilmore in the morning. He helps out with a couple go-karters. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually do a race day vlog with the go-karters that he works with, and then that night we're gonna be doing a race day vlog with his mini stock.
That'll be cool though.
Oh yeah. So and he's been on a tear this year.
Mm-hmm.
2 weekends in a row he swept the features. That's four races.
Yeah.
Dude's been killing it. Definitely gonna be looks like a top shoe. I don't know how the hell I want to word that. He's he's aiming for the top spot on the podium to get the to be the champion this year in the mini stock division at Flamboro Speedway. But it's great to see him running well. Like I said, August 10th, we're going to be doing a race day vlog with him. I was supposed to do one August 17th, but I have to move that one. That was with JTM. That was going to be with Jay and Maddox. But unfortunately, we got to move that to another time, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're going to be busy the last couple months here of the season. Who knows? Maybe I might actually have to roll them into October. I really hope I don't, but Mother Nature, please play nice with us. Like, that's all I'm asking. Please play nice. We got a question, so let's do our Taylor to You fan question period. I think this is going to be a good one for us to talk about. I didn't shoot this over to you because I figured this isn't just us. We'll do this one. So William, our good friend William _Trillium on Instagram. What should close finishes be decided by? Transponders or photo video?
I feel like transponder is the easy route, but it depends where your transponder's mounted. Like, yes, there's a certain distance that it states that you should have it mounted from like a certain point on your car. But if you happen to be off by just a couple hairs, that could put the other car ahead of you, even though they in reality weren't, if you were to look at a photo finish. So I don't know. I want to say photo finish. Like, or look at a video.
So I'm kind of curious where this comment comes from, because last week at Laird Raceway's opening night, they did have a photo finish. But if I do remember correctly, they do run transponders because they are on Race Pass, so you can actually see the lap times and the finishing orders and stuff like that. So I think they run transponders, but it was a close finish. Now, I don't think we'll ever need something as close as what NASCAR has needed.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever been that close of a finish in short track racing. I think you're right. Transponders are the easiest, but you're absolutely correct. If you're off by just a millimeter, a centimeter, whatever you want to go with, it could be a photo finish could show you winning, but because of your transponder, it could actually put you in second place.
Exactly. But you would also need a camera lined up just right to be able to catch it just right.
So here's the thing as well. There was an incident one time. I wouldn't call it an incident. I don't know what you want to call it, but you can call it whatever you want to feel. This is what I was told. This is one of those wise tales, I guess you want to say. I think it was in the early days of transponders. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said. It could have been a manual scoring for all I know. The announcer called it. I don't know who. I can't remember who was racing, but the announcer called one guy first, the other guy second. Dave Franks was there taking photos, and he could play back. He ran across the track, up the tower, and showed the picture to them and said, no, this is who won. And they're like, and they said, you doctored that picture.
How?
I don't know if technology was even good at that time, but that's again, this is what so transponders are the easiest way
Mm-hmm.
if you follow the rules correctly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they should be checking actual measurements to make sure that transponder is hooked up, is in the correct spot.
Mm-hmm.
But if someone's not going to believe a photo
Mm-hmm.
that was just taken, it's tough.
It is.
And it kind of goes back to how they were looking at the finish from, oh crap, where was it? Was it Kentucky? Oh my God, wherever they beat the record, wherever they just set the new record for the closest finish in NASCAR history.
Right.
When you look at all the different photo angles and everything they had, there are so many times it looked like I can't remember who it was now, and it's pissing me off. It looked like the one car was ahead at the line. But again, you're right. Transponders is the easiest way to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's your telltale.
Yeah.
If you don't set that correctly, that's on you.
And that's exactly it. That's
right.
Your fault.
That's no one's fault but your own.
Mm-hmm.
So again, like I said, I'd have to go with transponders.
Yeah.
The photo finishes or the videos are fantastic for showing.
It's too easy to argue why it might not be. Like, if you take the photo at just one certain angle, like it might kind of change the way it looks like the cars are lined up. Like it would have to be a perfect right on the start finish line, dead on. Like it's too hard. It's like I want to say by photo, but transponder ultimately
it will win out each time.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was Kyle Larson beating Chris Buescher by 1/1000th of a second. But yeah, like I said, you can look at a video all you want, but it can be difficult to really confirm. And I think that's why we've really gone towards that electronic era.
Yeah.
With timing and scoring, because then there is no mistakes. Let's be real. Let's absolutely be real here. I'm sure at one point you ran a stopwatch for your dad.
Oh yeah.
To check his lap times.
Yeah, it's not accurate.
Are you accurate every single lap?
Hell no.
No, you're probably a 10th off.
Like
you're either 10th ahead or 10th behind.
Exactly. It's like you eyeball it. You can't.
You have to pick a spot, but as soon you could be like, especially if you do that hand motion, or if you just like, you may not be accurate as well.
No.
So timing and electronic timing and scoring came in. Is Race Monitor living up to what it should be? No. There's so many bugs. Don't know if that's the track or if that's the system that they use. Right. Regardless, it's great that we have it, because we do know for a fact that the timing that they give us is the correct time.
Yeah.
Doesn't always give us the correct finishing order.
Yeah.
But it gives us the correct time. So when you're going back and looking at your times you ran through practice or your feature or whatever, you have them.
Exactly.
You can see them. But I do agree, transponders are the way to go. It's cut and dry, because then if anything's wrong, blame it on that system.
Exactly.
Like that's the only way you can deal with it. Blame it on that system. Thank
It's a good
you.
question, though.
That was a really good question.
That's
We got into that one.
I've never thought about that before.
Thank you, William, for sending that in. We appreciate your questions each and every week. But that was our tailored to you medium design fan question period. Make sure you guys tune in this week. Just as a heads up, guys, we are going to be recording tonight when you guys hear this, Tuesday night. We are going to be recording with Maddox Pepin. He drives the 51 in the Canadian Vintage Modifieds. He's a rookie this year. He's doing very well. From what I've seen from watching lap times and stuff like that, he's been doing very well. We will see how it goes, but yeah, he's going to be on the show. We're going to talk ahead. We're going to talk about how his season's been going, what he's looking forward to the second half of the season, and what the future holds for him in the CVMs and where he would like to go. So yeah, get those questions in to us over on Facebook, Instagram, so we can ask Maddox tonight. Oh, Megan, what are some things you were looking forward to in the second half of the season here?
Just more seat time, personal growth for me. I don't really have big plans, I guess, expectations. Like, I'm trying to be positive, but just that seat time. But I'm looking forward to more of the bigger events we have, like the fan engagement events. We have, I think it's August 17th is our next Meet the Drivers night.
Yep.
And
August 3rd.
August 3rd is Kids Ride Night. So that's coming up, kind of.
Come on, Megan. How do I know the schedule better than you?
I'm on like
You're on vacation mode right now, aren't you?
Yeah. Like, I'm kind of like checked out. I checked out last night. Like,
you got home, pulled the car off the trailer, like, I'm done. See you in 2 weeks.
I did. Like, Chase pulled it off because I'm like, I'm done, man. Like, I'm
I love it.
Take a break. I'm so
Just make your little brother do all the work. Didn't he finish third last night too? Or no? Was that just last week?
That was last week.
That was last week, okay.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like I completely understand. When you guys have raced, to be fair, you guys did have a rain out the other week. Did you not?
No.
No? When was the last time we had a rain out?
No. We had one rain out at the very beginning of the season. We thought we were gonna get rain.
Oh, yeah.
And it ended up, don't even get me started, but
yeah, no, I'm not gonna.
I was also mentally checked out that day, and I was like, rain out, woo! And then no, it was not a rain out.
Racing, excuse me?
Yeah, like I'm tired. I needed a break.
I don't blame you. This week is going to be a nice little off week for everyone, for the mini stocks and the pure stocks at it is going to be a nice little weekend off for you guys. You guys can go check out the APC race. You guys can travel around if you'd like, go hang out, do whatever you guys want, which is always nice to have a little week off. Mm-hmm. Before you guys go back into a slate where I don't think you guys even have a weekend off for the rest of the season.
We have one the weekend before championship night.
Oh, how nice.
I know, right?
Well, no, I'm not there. So I'm not scheduled there. I even forget sometimes when I'm supposed to be at a racetrack, but I got to go in and check my schedule. But, the season's coming and going pretty darn quick at the same time. Like it's crazy to believe we're in July already. Yeah. And even with a couple rainouts that we had with race day vlogs, it's still been a very pretty successful season. Mm-hmm. We are gaining momentum, which is great. I'm hoping that even the Jomo Media drivers around the province, they've been showing out pretty good all year. Cody Wiles has been pretty impressive down at Delaware. He finished 10th there on Friday. Ty Cavlin, once he gets this brake issue figured out, he's going to be at the front week in and week out.
Yeah.
Robbie Miltimore and Savannah Strawn are two young guns, and they haven't raced a full feature yet this year, and they're both rookies.
Oh.
Uh, you know, um they got into a wreck on Saturday night, but they both continued, which is great. We want to see that. It sucks when the little guys get into wrecks, but it's also good that when they get back out there and they want to go race again.
Exactly.
Even especially it's in the same night.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing. We actually signed a new Joe Media driver. Brandon Feeney signed one last night. Victoria McLennan has rejoined Joe Media for her third season. So welcome back, Victoria. We're happy to have you. Which, by the way, I may do that actually. If I get all my race day stuff done this way, I'm going to work on the website a little bit. I need to make some updates. Sorry guys, sometimes I have like a little bit therapy session in my head. It comes out of my mouth. But Hops and Campground Crew Racing up at Sauble. Feeney is going to be racing a night up there. He is raising money for a charity. All the money that is won by their pure stock team is being gifted to the Camrath Motorsports team, and they will be putting it towards their Racing for Hope, I believe it was. They do a cancer fundraiser, and where they raise money and they take their winnings and they gift it to a local cancer charity. I'm screwing this up and I gotta go find it. So give me 2 seconds. But it's gonna be happening. Brandon got hero cards made up. I designed them. John Carley printed them. I think they look fantastic. And it was a quick turnaround too. I did it all within like 2 days.
Nice.
That's all that matters, is as long as they were happy with it. Feeney's posted a lot since then, so he's actually got a pin. Thank God. See if I can find it again. He's may have put in the comments. I know it's with the Camrath team. They're raising money for charity. Oh my God, Brandon, why did you not put it there? I know it's somewhere. Just give me a second. Oh, I do also want to not talk about that. Feeney is also putting money into a pool for the women who are going to be on his show in August. His hats are being sold for $25 a hat, with $10 of them going into a prize pool to be given to one of the 5 guests featured to help their racing program. If you want if you want more information for contact, you can reach out to me or contact Brandon Feeney through the Feeney Call Facebook page and pick yourself up a pink hat. I got to get myself ordered one. They are looking slick, and I will be rocking a pink hat. Man, where is it now? So yeah, make sure you go over there. Go support that. Go get your hats and go support that incredible program that he's putting on over there. So we're just trying to figure where did he's posted. Oh my God. Oh, we'll go to Camerath Motorsports to support Cole and Carter. He's God damn it. I forget. So anyways, if you want to go support that by pledges or just even donating money, go contact Brandon Feeney as he raises money for the Camrath Motorsports charity that they are putting on. Sorry guys, I'm kind of like squirreling it a lot tonight. I meant to have a lot of the stuff prepared, but went to the beach. I got some sun, and Jacqueline and I walked to the beach. She's still white as a ghost, and you know that you know what, Jacqueline, I need to do that TikTok. They're like, what are you doing? It's like, just keep it up with the tan. It's like it's not a skin tone, it's a lifestyle. Because like I get pretty dark. I have a base tan and then I just tan. I don't burn, I just tan. Jacqueline burns and then goes white. She doesn't stay dark. It just
That sucks.
it does. But for me, I like it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we went up to the beach today and hung out there, and then we figured out dinner. And but honestly, the one cool thing about going to the racetrack is like how much sun you get.
Mhm.
Now,
Exactly.
to be fair, I get some nice, like, especially if my face is in the sun for most of it, I
Mhm.
get, because I wear sunglasses. Like,
Yeah.
if it's not sunny, how often, like if it's sunny out, how often do you not see me without sunglasses? Very rarely.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
believe.
true.
Let's don't even like nod like you've never
Yeah.
seen me. Like if it's sunny out, you never see me with sunglasses. I'm always wearing sunglasses.
Yeah.
And if you look really close, you can actually see the outline of my sunglasses on my face right now. Not
Mhm.
bad, but it's gonna get
Mhm.
bad.
Yeah.
Um, man, it. I don't like it when these chats have to come to a close, but we are gonna have to wrap this up here. Um, it has been a blast just being able to talk racing for a night.
Mhm.
Not really too worried about figuring out guests or talking, or sometimes we just need this little break ourselves, come online, chat a little bit, and just
Mhm.
talk racing.
Definitely.
We will be doing it a couple more times. We'll probably do it for Halloween, Thanksgiving area, and as well as our annual Christmas episode. And then of course, we I like the fact that we take a break during the off season.
Yeah.
Um, I think it's great for us to be able to take a week off every now and then, just to even take the off season off. Just come back every couple
Mhm.
months. Just be like, hey, we haven't left yet.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but it gives us. It does feel weird those first couple weeks when I'm like, hey, we're done, and it's like Sunday rolls around. It's like, all right,
Now what?
what are we doing? But no, it's great to. I'll be figuring out the end of the season here pretty soon. Um, if we t-shirts, we
Mm.
are probably want to get these posted up. Let's throw this up on the screen right now. We have Jomo Media t-shirts coming at you this year. Went out, got a little bit of different of a design going on the front. Megan, you've seen the picture.
Mhm.
What do you think of them?
I like them. I really like these ones.
I like we are going to do sweaters this year as well. I think we got to figure out how the sweaters are going to look, but I got to talk to MPH Custom Designs to figure out what we're going to do there. It is going
Mhm.
to feature all 50 drivers of Joe Media and Promotions on the backside, as well as all our partners. On the sleeves here, it's going to have one side's going to be True North Racing Podcast. The other side's going to be A Day at the Races. Right up here is going to be Joe Media. If you're interested in a t-shirt, we are going to be placing an order in within the next 2 weeks. So July 19th, we will be cutting off and we will be ordering t-shirts at that time. So if you are interested in a Jomo Media driver t-shirt, please contact us today. You can email me, jomopromos@gmail.com, message me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, comment on YouTube below. If you guys are interested in a t-shirt, let us know. We're going to be rocking them once we get them in. It's been a little bit of late process, but let's get these out. Let's get some drivers wearing them and showcase what all 50 Joe Media drivers.
Mhm.
Do I have to place an order in for you, Megan, at all, or?
Probably. I have to figure out how many and what we're getting.
I will be putting a post out on Tuesday. So as you guys know, we record on Sundays. We'll be putting out a thing on Tuesday um, with information about where to go, how to get. So yeah, but that's gonna wrap it up for us tonight. Was meaning to talk about the t-shirts like at the beginning of the show, so that way people who didn't listen to this point, it was like, all right.
Yeah.
But thank you all for listening to the True North Racing podcast. It's always great for you guys to listen. Thank you to everyone. Megan, why don't you take a couple seconds here and thank all your sponsors for your racing program, as well as where they can find you on social media.
For sure. So I got to thank McTier Water Haulage, AutoKate, Jomo Media, Stickers and Scuffs, Lift the Visor, and I'm also carrying Next Journey on the car now. So got to thank them. And you can find us at, I think Instagram is mrc.racing.73, TikTok is mrcracing73, and Facebook is mrc racing. Oh my God, and graphic design.
Wow. Almost forgetting your sister.
Oh my God.
You know, we're gonna clip that and throw that on YouTube, on TikTok. Don't you worry about it, okay?
I'm trying to picture. I knew I shouldn't have done that. I'm trying to picture who all is on my car, but I went and I put graphic design up on like a beam thing
Oh
above my
my
window
God.
because I'm like, oh, it'll look cool there. Oh my God.
It'll look cooler.
I'm changing it. It's
Oh my God. You guys can find Joe Media on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, as well as joemedia.ca. We got to thank our presenting sponsor of the True North Racing podcast, Driving with Hailey. Got to also thank Graphic Design Studio for bringing us our guest segment, Taylor to Media and Design for bringing you our fan question period, and as well as Peps Pro Painting for bringing you our opening segment, which was a very extended one this week. Got to thank JTM Racing for being the sponsor for our Day at the Races. Wilds Printing. I'm rocking our Day at the Races shirt actually right now. I felt like it was a nice way to throw it on tonight. 19 Marketing, Valhalla Mobile, Georgetown Printing, Vision 20 Studios, Stickers and Scuffs, and Lift the Visor, which, by the way, if you guys are interested in Lift the Visor stickers, please reach out to us. Megan, how many do you have? Do you know how many?
I don't know offhand how many we have.
After my weekend at Sunset, I have 4 left.
Nice.
So I'm very happy that we got some stickers out to some drivers. And of course they are free to grab off me, but all we ask is you to donate to Change for Change.
Mhm.
That's it. You're not paying for the sticker. All we're asking for is a donation to Change for Change. Scott Sinelli has been doing great things. This past year, they were able to purchase a bed at the Grand River Hospital, and that's where the funds go for the mental health services at Grand River Hospital. So, if you guys are interested in a Lift the Visor sticker, I'm going to lift that actually a little bad boy up right there. There we go. Jory Elliott is a huge fan of ours. We're a huge fan of Jory. He actually got back into a race car. Super proud of him. I've always been proud of the guy, and the fact that he's going back racing is just mind-boggling for me, and I love it. I'm here for it. I love it. We're super proud of the guy. I got more stickers coming to me. So if you guys want any not Joe Me stickers, any Lift the Visor stickers, please let me know. I'll post each time I'm about to head to a racetrack. I think I'm getting some more actually sent to me from Jory, and I think I'm going to be out of those before they even get to me.
Wow.
So Jory, if you're listening, buddy, you may need to order some more if we can. I don't know what we need to do, but I'll help out. I'll pitch in whatever I need to do to get some more.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are interested in a Lift the Visor sticker, hit me up. We will get those sent to you one way or another, or you guys can pick them up from me at a racetrack soon. Other than that, guys, we're done with our opening segment. We're gonna call it a night here. Thank you all for listening to episode 141 of the True North Racing Podcast. There's actually one more person I actually realized we needed to thank, and I don't have them on my list, and actually that's frustrating me a lot that I don't. Once I find it real quick. it this one? Oh my god. Sorry guys. I just realized there's one more I forgot, and it's actually upsetting me that I forgot this one. If you guys want to join Joe Media as a partner, please reach out to us. See how we can help your company expand, or if you like what we do and you want to support the shows. We are going to be working on some new content coming up here. So if you guys are interested in helping Joe Media obtain our goals of new content, please reach out. We'd love to work with you, and let's see what we can do. But I do got to thank True House Sports Radio. We're on the radio, guys. If you're listening to us on Spotify or anything like that, you can catch us Wednesday at 10 a.m. on True House Sports Radio. You guys, if you guys go to our Joe Media page, hit the link for this episode down below, and yeah, you guys can see. You guys are able to check out there what how to download the app to listen to us on the radio. So I got to thank everyone who supports our show each week. Thank you guys for so much. But that's episode 141 of the True North Racing Podcast, presented by Driving With Hailey. For Megan Mitchell, I'm John Morrison. We'll see y'all next time. Bye now.
See ya.
Rooming by, smell the gas and feel the vibe, going into overdrive. Drop the flag, then the car zooming by. Hey, True North Racing, let's go.